I can tell you that there is no desire for them to compensate. As late as Thursday, I got a call from one of the commissioners, and he was and the commissioner was addressing a very pertinent issue about the number of the so-called victims. According to the commission, they have only verified 1,100 individuals. But when the list came from the Ministry of Interior, they had included 1,200 extra so-called victims who had not undergone the process of vetting by the commission. So it tells you that even from the beginning, the process is already being tainted with illegality, it is being tainted with ill motive, and there is lack of good faith. And that there are some individuals who might be looking at this process as a means of self-enrichment. It doesn't matter whether we are Chichi Dodol or we are Kanyoni Wangede or whichever Kanyoni we are from Kirinyaga. The fact of the matter is that people are calling for good governance. They are looking for accountability and transparency. They are looking and agitating for a government that is premised on the rule of law and constitutionalism. And I keep on saying, and I'll never cease from saying, that if we were to implement the constitution and the rule of law, restore the rule of law in this country, 80% of our challenges would be dealt with. We are about to spend 2 billion or more just because an individual became negligent and thought he or she was above the law, that he could order the atrocities, the violations, infringement, and denial of the Bill of Rights. These 2 billion ought to be surcharged against a particular individual's account. Those individuals who bear the greatest responsibility, be it the IG as then he was, or the Minister of Cabinet Secretary for Interior, or even Mr. William Ruto himself, so that they may bear the burden and they may bear the burden of compensating these individuals from their own pockets, so that individuals in the future, that action may act as a deterrence against state arbitrariness and state abuse and state excesses and extractions. I am of the view that these 2 billion should not be paid from the exchequer or from our coffers. They ought to be paid by the persons who bears the greatest responsibility. But unfortunately, we are about to lose that opportunity of determining who bears the greatest responsibility, granted the fact that we have not rolled out the necessary legal mechanism that will help us ascertain the question as to who bears the greatest responsibility. It may take time. That may not take place now, but in the future, because these atrocities will remain in our books, I am sure a government will come, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, will one day be constituted, and we shall go into an annal of history to determine who was responsible for the Gen Z's killing, who ordered, who gave the illegal command. And then we shall be able to go back and be able to hold that individual accountable, whether or not that person will be in his grave. I compare this fictitious process of so-called compensation to what happened between 1946, 1948 in the Tokyo Tribunal. You know, the Tokyo Tribunal was constituted to punish those individuals who bore greatest responsibility during the Second World War. It was called the Victor's Justice. Those individuals who bombed Nagasaki, those individuals who bombed Hiroshima, were the ones who constituted this tribunal. They brought the judges, they brought the prosecutors, they constituted the court to try the valiants. So it is even now, in the situation we find ourselves in, that the government, the executive that bears the greatest responsibility is the one that is purporting to roll out a fictitious justice mechanism. As I pen off Dibal. The other anomaly about this process is that the commission, the Human Rights Commission, is purporting to report to the president. The commission cannot at any given time be subject to the executive. The reports and the findings of the commission, according to the constitution, are subject to parliament, because parliament is the one that has the role of oversight. So as and when, or at any given time when we are called upon to, the commission is called upon to report to the executive, then we already again starting it on the wrong footing. Who will oversight who? Since when did the commission report to the president? And the question is, who will ensure accountability and transparency if Parliament is cut out from this process? I am of the view and strong conviction that there are no funds that can be appropriated pursuant to the command of Mr. William Ruto in absence of approval by Parliament. Dibal, I yield.
Dibal?
Yes,
allow me to respond to... No, allow me. We cannot allow that to pass, Dibal, because it's very misleading. And you see...
Kango had left.
No, I've not left. I'm here. I'm very patient today, and if you can see, I just listen, then I respond where I need to. So, Dibal, Ndegwa, he has made some allegations that are not... we cannot allow to pass. You know, I now understand why my other colleagues call him militia. And you see, Ndegwa is a lawyer. He's expected to educate and inform this audience using the law, and he's not. He's misleading. Ndegwa cannot say...
Dibal, may Frederick Akongo desist from referring to me as a militia. This is a public forum. He's completely character assassinating me.
I am
not responsible for his misunderstanding of the law. I am not responsible. Let him not refer to me as a militia. Dibal, take charge.
Thank you. Kindly, Ndegwa, I am saying...
I agree with Ndegwa. Kindly let's refrain from
Dibal,
one another.
I have not referred to Ndegwa as a militia. I am making reference to the initial speakers who said that he's a militia. Now,
I am Frederick speaking for the umpteenth time, and some of us cannot get access to this conversation.
Maverick,
is this discourse skewed towards some people?
Then I yield
the mic. Is this conversation skewed towards some people?
You will speak.
I have been here for the past 2 hours.
Maverick, at some point, I think you lost your internet. They were trying to trace you. So I think you will speak.